This is my $136 Japanese style futon. Can't even consider it a bed, it's a futon that I got from Amazon. It's made in the USA. I've been sleeping on it since 2015, and it is by far the most comfortable bed that I've ever slept on. It's an American full size, takes standard American sheets and blankets. I have a twin-sized sheet set on mine, and it can fit comfortably. Another person, and my fiance quite likes it as well. This Japanese style bed is one of the best purchases I've ever made, and I have absolutely no desire to go back to a Western bed. Sleep is extremely important, and the quality of your sleep improves the quality of your life. Ideally, we spend 1/3 or more of our entire lives asleep. It matters. And I started getting interested in Japanese style beds, not because I wanted to sleep like your favorite anime character, insert their name here, but because I wanted to be more comfortable. The fact of the matter is it gets super hot here in Sacramento, California in the summer. It'll be like 90+ degrees for the first part of the night when I'm trying to fall asleep. And my body already runs really hot. In high school, in like 2012, I was sleeping on a twin-size standard American mattress with springs in it and a ton of cushioning and even a layer of memory foam on top. And I found that I just couldn't fall asleep at night until like 1 in the morning, until the outside temperature dipped below 90 degrees. Because I have Filipino parents and they refuse to keep the air conditioner on at night, and I'm dying. I got so fed up with my bed and being so hot that I just started putting my pillow on the floor and sleeping on the floor because it was cooler, and I actually slept way better on the floor, sometimes with a blanket, usually with just a pillow, than I would on my Western style bed. So not only was I sleeping better because my body could actually be cool, which is biologically necessary for you to sleep well, but it turns out I actually also just really like a really firm, like as firm as possible beds, or surfaces to sleep on. You can't even consider the floor a bed. Fast forward 3 years later to 2015. I'm in my second year at San Diego State University, and Wonderwall is being played poorly on guitars all across the dorms. And it's my turn to move out of the dorms and into a 2-bedroom apartment with 4 other dudes for $400 a month. Yeah, college is pretty rough. So I need to get a bed that is comfortable enough, easy to move and set up, and above all, cheap. I came across this Japanese futon. It was $90 at the time. Oh my gosh, inflation is crazy. I read all the reviews of people saying it was the most comfortable bed they've ever slept on. It solved their back pain and made them more attractive to their prospective mates. It didn't take up a lot of space, especially when you fold it up into worm mode. It didn't require an excessive box spring or bed frame. It shipped free to my apartment door, and it's easy to move, which I was doing about every 6 months at the time. I bought it immediately. And if you're someone that prefers a firmer bed, the reviews are actually true. And this is the most comfortable bed I have ever slept on in my life. Because it doesn't get much firmer than sleeping on some cotton, polyester, buckwheat, whatever filling on the floor. But also, whatever they use for the filling, it is extremely breathable, and it feels like it does pull the heat out of your body and disperse it through the floor. And it does keep me cooler than a traditional springed padded mattress. I am primarily a back sleeper, and these beds are best for back sleepers, but I also sleep on my side maybe 40% of the time, and it's plenty comfortable for me for sleeping on the side or on the back. And another thing to note is that because the pillow doesn't sink into the bed. Usually on a Western style bed, I need at least 2 pillows. On a Japanese style bed, the pillow doesn't sink in, so you could actually just sleep with 1 pillow. There's even a point in time where I was trying to be ultra minimalist and sleep without a pillow, and it's actually totally fine and plenty comfortable sleeping without a pillow. I'm not old by any means, but the Japanese bed has actually eliminated any back pain that I've had. It's just sometimes sleeping on a Western bed, There are some spots where like a spring or something is digging into the back, or just the weight distribution isn't right, and I do wake up with some minor back pain. That is completely eliminated on a Japanese futon for me. I always say that the best stuff in your life is the stuff that you don't have to think about, where it just fades into the background because it does its job so well. And this Japanese futon certainly does that for me, where I just get the best sleep of my life and I don't have to think about it. But a benefit that I wasn't expecting is that this bed is actually an exercise in discipline. And I'm sure there's been lots of psychology, self-help books about the importance of making your bed, but the Japanese bed actually takes that to the next level, because if you don't make your bed completely in the morning, moisture from underneath can actually seep in to the bed and produce mold. So it's in your best interest to actually make your bed every morning, and you have to make it completely. Like, you have to take off the blankets, you have to put away the pillows and fold it up. In total, it only takes me about a minute to make my bed and to pull it out and set everything up for me to sleep at night. But that 1 minute that I spend every day making the bed in the morning is actually extremely impactful, as well as that 1 minute every day that I spend making the bed ready for me to sleep at night. Because it signals to myself that I am done sleeping. I am not going to accidentally sleep in the middle of the day for 3 hours. I mean, you certainly can do it on this thing if you just like chill like this, and I certainly have done that, but it's just not really conducive to that kind of behavior. And also at night, it signals, hey, I'm going to sleep now. That is my intention for what I am doing. Another benefit I wasn't really expecting when I got this thing was that it's very tidy. It's very clean. It saves a lot of space. I have this tiny 10 by 10 room, which is tiny by American standards, and I can have a full-size bed that fits 2 people because it only takes up its maximum amount of space when we are sleeping in it. And when we're sleeping in it, we don't need to be walking all around the room. And even if we are, we can still just walk on the bed and get to other parts of the room. It's not a big deal. One thing that I really, really like about the Japanese bed is that you can vacuum really easily underneath the bed. I mean, there's a rug line here and it's kind of gross, I admit. Need to wash this carpet. It's like, yeah, you lose out on the storage that you would get if you had a bed frame and just could put stuff or have drawers built into your bed. But I don't have that much stuff, and I would much rather have the cleanliness and not having so much dust in my room, because I do have pretty bad allergies, than having extra storage for 30 pairs of socks. And it's called the Japanese futon because it's a bed, it's also a couch. But unlike most futons, this is the best bed I've ever slept on, and it's a pretty decent couch as well. I'll sit here and, read a book or do whatever on my laptop, or just sit here and listen to music, play guitar. And that separation and that shift from bed mode to couch mode actually is super important as well, because they say in order to have a healthy sleep quality, your bed should be used only for 2 things, and that is sleeping and the other thing that's not sleeping. So this way I can still have a couch in my bedroom during the day for doing things, but also have that clear mental separation in my mind that when I pull out this bed, I'm going to sleep. My brain associates bed mode with sleep mode, and I fall asleep usually within 5 minutes. This is the best bed I have ever slept on. It's extremely practical, it's extremely comfortable, it's cheap. If you want one for yourself, check out the Amazon link in the description. Be sure to subscribe if you aren't already to watch more videos just like this. And it's 9:45 a.m., so it's time for my morning nap. Oh, good night. Oh,